welcome back everyone. This week's Picture of the Week is being brought to you by Flowers Deer Processing. Let me tell you something, they got wall-to-wall deer hanging up in the freezer right now. It was, no, tomorrow. Tomorrow is cut day, so tomorrow they'll be cutting them all up. Hey, our first picture here, had to show you this one. I want you to look closely at this. I got this off of Facebook. It's one of my friends on Facebook. It's Howard Tibbs. This is his wife, Denise Tibbs, with a 20-point Tennessee buck.
Is that a non-typical?
That's a non-typical.
Wow.
Now, you want to know why we got 2 buck rules, ladies and gentlemen? There's one of your reasons staring you right in the face right there. If we had 4 and 5 bucks like we used to, that never would have made it that big. That is an awesome picture. Denise, what a great job. I hope you can continually do better, but that is a hoss right there. Our next picture here, this is Rick Taylor, is the guy on the left. And I just wanted to tell you, I'll tell you the guy's name on the right here in just a second, but Rick is a friend of ours that guided this guy. That was the first Tennessee elk taken this year. Wow. And it is a non-typical 6x6. It has some real funny kickers to it, so it's a really big elk. So the elk story is alive and well in the state of Tennessee too. Our next picture here, this is our picture from a good friend of ours named Cullen Whitaker. He took his 5x5 elk in Kentucky. This is right across the line from our Tennessee boys. This is a Kentucky elk, a 5x5. Congratulations there, Cullen Whitaker. I just want to tell you, you can send your pictures to us here. Southern Woods and Waters, 474 James Robertson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or simply email to me, hugh@southernwoodsandwaters.com. We'll get them on there really, really fast. If that doesn't get you fired up, though, about the deer seasons and the elk season, elk is getting to be a success story. And I remember when you had to go up there, y'all went and got them, you trailered them down. It took 3 days to trailer them down.
Yep.
And then I met some of the guys, Rod Thurley and some of those guys that went up there and got them. And just the stories that they told about, you know, the trouble that they had bringing them down, but they got them here. And now it's a success story. We had 5 winners.
Actually 6.
6,
with,
right.
With
5 winners and one that was purchased.
Well, yeah, that's right.
And so we've done that for 2-3 years now.
More than that.
Was it been 4 or 5, hasn't it?
At least.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I just know that I didn't put in for the hunt first couple of years because I was afraid I might get drawn and people would say, "Oh, it's rigged."
Rigged.
Yeah.
Well, but you're just as subject to getting one as anybody.
Well, I put in the last 2 years and haven't gotten drawn, so there you go.
Well, there you go. So, but it is getting to be a success story. It might not be, I don't know, it might be in my lifetime where we can hunt them. But my grandson's time, he'll be able to hunt them.
Hopefully, with some kind of restrictions.
Yeah.
But better odds at them than us being able to hunt.
Yeah, and that's what it's for. I'm just proud as a peacock to be a part of something that my grandson's going to be able to take care of, you know, and be able to do. I might not be able to, but he will. And that's, to me, that's a success story in itself. You and I have done some other things, fishing related. We did the one with the sturgeon. Remember all the little GPS devices we put on the sturgeons and all that? That was great. And then to see all that stuff, so through the years I've been with you guys and we've seen all this stuff, all of them been success stories. Now we're talking about putting the Florida strain bass in the Tennessee River systems, and that seems to be well accepted across the whole state.
Oh yeah.
Especially with Gabe King getting that 15-2 out of Chickamauga, that's fired everybody up.
Oh yeah, 60-year-old record.
I'm telling you. And then, but I'm even prouder about is our smallmouth record has not been broken. Now they did get close. Michigan got a 9-4 in Michigan.
That's 2 pounds off, almost 3.
Almost 3. That's about as close as they're gonna get.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know if they'll ever break that record anywhere.
But if there's one, you know there's got to be another one.
I don't know, not that big.
Got the walleye record too, 25 pounds.
Yeah, we do.
Old Hickory Lake.
Old Hickory Lake got the walleye record, and you know, so we got a few records that we should be very, very proud of, and it should bring outside dollars. And that's what I want to talk to you a little bit about is are we setting up our state to kind of help bring in some outside dollars? And before everybody starts sending me hate mail about, well, there's too many people out on the lakes, there's too many people on the river, without those dollars and without those license sales, we can't fund some of the projects that we want to do.
Well, everybody else's license will be up higher too.
That's right. And so if we want to maintain our license sales to be reasonable, and we still want to have monies to do these projects, like it costs a lot of money to put in that Florida stream back. To do all that, we got to get some outside help. We got to have some people buying licenses to come to Tennessee to either hunt or fish. And it's kind of a double-edged sword. If you can do it up front, build it, and they will come, or the other side is let's wait and let genetics take over, and then finally they'll get here. But it's according to, do I want to see it in my lifetime? Do I want to reap some of the benefits? You bet. I want to go to Kentucky Lake and catch a 14-plus pound bass. I'd love to do that. And it's feasible within 5 or 6 years.
Right.
I think so.
Take.
That's about how long it's going to take. So it's feasible. But Nickajack, like I want to talk about just things like Nickajack's an unsung.
It's going to be the
sneaker.
next Chickamauga.
Dude, I got a friend of mine that's catching like 7, 8, 9 pounders regularly.
Well, there's some of it probably already locked through from from Chickamauga, and then some from Gunnersville, which is right below it. So
Yeah.
there was already some Florida genes there.
But in saying that, is that kind of the direction you and Ed or in TWRA and the commission's looking at trying to bring in and make it, I don't know, more enticing for the...
Well, yeah. I mean, prior to the Florida bass, Tennessee has got some good bass fisheries, largemouth, but we don't have what Texas and Florida have.
No.
But we may now with these Florida bass that we're stocking and the F1s that are coming on as a result. So,
Do you think big bass tournaments help us out?
to get those Florida bass?
No, to get the outside dollars coming into the state.
Well, there's no doubt they contribute to the economy. They do, but just the people that come in, spend a weekend from another state.
Well, I can see that they might help a municipality or something in bringing in revenue, but will they help TWRA grab more dollars to fund more projects? Will that help us?
Sure, that helps.
Okay.
That license sales, we don't get any of the sales tax money that they generate from
Right.
same, but we get money from whatever licenses they buy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Pittman Roberts Fund, we get
That's off of hunting guns and ammunition and
the taxes that
that's
are paid on that,
the
right?
hunters, yeah.
That comes from the hunter side.
Right.
The whitetail deer, the only problem I see with whitetail deer, I mean, I love the concept of going to 2. And I know you guys are facing that. And you went over a hurdle there because West Tennessee didn't like that at all. I can almost guarantee that. But being 2 deer, bringing the herd up, get the genetics going. But I still don't see how we're going to be able to sell hunts unless somebody can lease land. You know, we got some WMAs, I know that. We've got WMAs, but the availability of land is even tough for the residents here. They can barely find any place to hunt themselves. That's the only problem I see. And you steer me wrong.
No, I agree. That's some states like Texas and Alabama, they don't have a lot of public land, public hunting land, and so it's all leased.
Yeah.
And it's unless you're very wealthy or know somebody or related.
But they sell hunts. They sell lots of hunts down there.
I guess they do.
Tons of them.
Okay.
Oh yeah. The Wild Ranch has a little bit better than 30,000 acres. They sell hunts regular, and they're booked. I've got Zach Knowles with Extreme Outfitters. He's down there on one place that's got 33,000 acres, and he's guiding hunts right now. But Texas is full of that. But
Right.
Tennessee doesn't have that.
Well, we've got a lot of. No, we don't have that, but we've got a lot of public land.
That's
available
right.
to
We got a
hunt.
lot of public land. Restrictions. on that. And you and I discussed that. We'll discuss that later, but we're going to make it a little bit more enticing, I hope, for our own residents to be able to use some of those WMAs. I think they're underutilized, big time.
Oh, yes, no doubt.
And you brought up a great subject about handicap. People don't realize what's at AEDC, Fort Arnold Engineering, AEDC. They have a specific place for handicap hunters, and it has concrete sidewalks for them to use their wheelchairs
Yeah.
on, and can be wheeled around. And it's self-hunt. They can self-hunt themselves. They don't have to have anybody with them. And so, but people don't know about it. I think we're doing a terrible job in not letting the public know about it.
Yeah, that's one of our big focuses, communication. It's trying to get the word out to the public, to let people know what we're doing and where places are to hunt and fish.
Have you and Ed discussed any plans you got? I mean, I want people to know, you and I discussed before the show, I want people to understand that we as hunters and fishermen have a say. We can comment, we can call you guys, we can write letters, emails of concerns, but here's what I want to challenge our hunters and fishermen out there, our outdoors people. If you got a problem, if you know enough to know about the problem, I think you know enough about it to maybe come up with a solution. Don't just lay it on TWRA's lap and say, "Here it is, boys." No, if you know or recognize a problem, then you're probably smart enough to recognize a solution. And the one I called you about, I gave you a solution, and that's, I think, is what TWRA would like to see more of. Maybe there is a problem. Maybe we didn't know about it. But give us a solution, what you think.
I agree. We ask for public comments or public recommendations every year for hunting and fishing, and we consider every one of them. We look at every one of them. Some of them are, we may explain, they may say do away with the size limits or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of them have some really good
Well,
recommendations.
you have some biological reasons for them,
Right.
these rules to be there. So that's scientific and it stays. But we'll discuss later. But if somebody knows of something else, there's always a way we might be able to do something about it. Can we do our product of the week, Courtney? All right, we're going to go do our product of the week, and I'm asking Scott Morris to help us out. Scott, who are you with now? Who are you representing and showing us?
Well, I'm honored to kind of introduce some stuff tonight. A lot of people don't know about this. I'm with Haggerty Lures now. We're out of Reading, Pennsylvania, and we are the hair jig Michael Jordan company. We're the ones that build the real quality hair jigs that these pro bass fishermen use, these crappie fishermen use, and I actually started using them a while back, and I saw the quality, and I said, you know what, there's nobody that I know that has a better hair jig than Haggerty. And one thing led to another, jumped on board, and proud to say I'm associated with Haggerty now. We're putting together a sales force all across the United States. So we're in Canada and stuff like that. So that's going to be a great opportunity for me, and it's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of people here around Tennessee.
Can you just show us one of those? We got to go to a break right quick.
This right here, I don't know how we can get a close-up or anything like this.
That's all right.
But this right here.
Hand it to me. Let me see.
All right,
They got it a little bit better for me here.
Turn it around where the eye's showing. There you go. That right there is a 1/4 ounce Hydrilla preacher jig. Nobody else has that in. I've never seen one. Now right now Tackle Experts has it, tackleexperts.com. Hopefully Gander Mountain's going to have it soon. But that right there, you can work that thing through Hydrilla. You can work it real slow. It just comes right over that Hydrilla. We're using this on the Tennessee River when they're not hitting rattle traps, or they're slowing the Alabama rig. They're still shallow in that Hydrilla. It's the 1/4 ounce Hydrilla preacher jig. Nobody else has
let me ask you again. What's the website that they can go to?
To get that right now, it's only offered through tackleexperts.com.
Okay.
But you guys can get a hold of Hugh, and we can figure some other stuff out.
We can get you figured out. That's right. Hey, we got to take a quick break, visit some of our fine sponsors. When we come back, we're going to open up our phone lines here. So hurry back to more Southern Woods and Waters. That's pretty nice.